Good morning, Agape family. Super bummed I couldn't be there this morning, but I did tell Sarah Beth that I would record a video to share with you. If I haven't had a chance to meet you yet, my name is Lacey Glenn, and I am the mama to 5 boys. Yes, 5 boys. And I'm also a certified parenting coach, which just means that I work with parents to help them achieve their parenting goals. Sometimes that means they want more positivity in their parenting. Sometimes they want to be more intentional. Sometimes they want to be more present. Sometimes they just want someone to help them through the hard stuff. All of that and more, I do. And today I just want to take a minute and I want to talk to the mamas. Yes, kiddos, we love you. We acknowledge you. We know you're here. And actually, some of this is good for you to hear too. But I'm talking specifically to the mamas. All of you mamas. Summer is almost here. And I am super excited. I love summer. But some of you might have some mixed emotions about summer. You might be a little worried on how you're going to be the snack dealer and the camp counselor and the organizer of all of the things, how you're going to handle all of the togetherness, what you're going to do without all of the structure, when are you going to see your friends, and you've left your village behind for the summer. I feel you on those. Those are some heavy feelings. And it's those feelings and more that have led me to organize a summer camp just for mamas. It's called Messy and Magical, a grace-filled summer camp for mamas. And out of that, I was asked to put just a little thing together to talk to you this morning about the upcoming summer and to kind of reframe your brain a little bit. Summer is coming, whether you're ready or not. And while Instagram and social media and all of the things tell us that it should be magical and full of memories and matching swimming suits and perfectly organized events and Pinterest perfect projects, I'm here to tell you that that's not exactly right. We know as mamas that summer is full of sticky popsicle hands, sibling negotiations that rival NATO, and the eternal question of how on earth are you hungry again? What if, instead of striving for Pinterest perfect, we gave ourselves permission to be messy and magical? Because real motherhood lives somewhere in the middle. Sometimes we seem to forget that we are not just moms. I hear that all the time when people are like, oh, I'm just a mom. I'm just a homeschool mom. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. There's no just. We are not just moms, ever. We're women, and we're daughters of God, and His love defines us. Not our laundry pile, not the baskets of unfolded laundry, not talking from experience on that one, or the sink full of dishes. It's God and being His beloved. Ephesians 2:10 reminds us that you are God's masterpiece. Masterpiece, not just anything. You're God's masterpiece. Your worth is not in your performance or your title, but in your position as His beloved daughter. There are moments when it just works at home, right? Where the stars align and everything falls into place and there's laughter and hot coffee. Sticky hugs, but we don't mind that they're sticky because at least we're getting a hug and not a, I don't like you. It's there if we slow down to see it. Psalm 127:3 tells us that children are a gift from the Lord. A gift. Sometimes we let ourselves forget that. We let ourselves forget that they are a gift. The truth is that even the chaos is sacred. And even the hard days are holy. Let that sink in for a minute. Even the chaos is sacred. I know there's chaos in my house every day. Even the hard days are holy. It's all His. And once we give up that control, because let's face it, we're not in control of anything. Once we give it all to Him and we take our place and let Him be God and us not be God, it's so much more enjoyable. You do not have to do it all. And you certainly do not have to do it alone. Matthew 11:28 reminds us by saying, come to me and I will give you rest. Rest? What is rest? Once I had kids, that whole idea of rest seemed to kind of go away. But when we truly step back and let God take the reins, we let Him be in control, and we trust fully in Him, it works, and we get rest, and we get joy. Remember that stillness is not about silence. Silence. I think that's another one of those things that once I had kids, I stopped remembering what that is, because there's no silence in my home. It's not about silence. It's about trust. It's okay if your quiet time isn't so quiet, as long as you're spending time with the Lord, as long as you are willing to trust in His plan for the day, for your children, for you, for your family. Trust. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment, if you feel so led to close them. If you don't, that's okay. Just think about this. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to really internalize it, really think about it. What do you want your kids to remember about you this summer? What do you want them to remember about you as the mama? When they look back, are they going to remember that you made sure their schedule was perfect, or that you made sure there was a Pinterest perfect breakfast every morning? Are they going to remember matching swimming suits and perfectly scheduled days at the beach? Or are they going to remember that you showed up in the mess, in the chaos, in the hard? You were there. It may not have been Pinterest perfect, and it may not have been perfectly planned out, but you were there. You were willing to laugh when things got just crazy. You were willing to have a dance party in the kitchen, or to just drop everything and say, that's it, let's go to the pool. Maybe that's not your style, and that's okay too. But you think about how you want to be remembered by your kids this summer. I was talking to a friend, and I was telling her that summer's almost here, and I love summer. And now that I live here, it almost feels like we practically live in a perpetual summer, which I'm totally for, totally my jam. But anyways, I was talking to her about how excited I was for summer, and she said, Lacey, I love that for you. I love that you love summer, but I hate summer, because by the end of summer, I resent my children. The lack of structure and the lack of community and the lack of guidance leaves me feeling resentful and ready to just send them back to school so that I can get some peace. Guys, that broke my heart. And I said to her, I do not love that for you. I want you to enjoy your children now and this summer and this day and every day, because even in the mess, there's magic. There's joy to be found in the chaos. And if you show up, you'll see it. Show up without a plan, without an itinerary, without an expectation. So this led to me creating this summer camp, Messy and Magical, a grace-filled summer camp for moms. And it's not full of to-dos or lists or boxes to check. It's meant to give you space to breathe. It's meant to fill that lack of community. It's meant to help you through the hard day, to help you focus to find fun and joy where you don't think there is any. Because see, I became a parenting coach because I wanted people to enjoy their children. I remember hard days for me when it was hard to find joy. And then I started to shift my perspective and find joy all the time. And I enjoy my children, even on the hard days, even the days where I don't show up perfectly or even the way I want to. I still enjoy them. And I've learned how to fix the mistakes that I make and how to repair the relationship and move forward. So that's what led to me creating this camp. I want to teach other mamas how to do that. I want to be there for the struggle, and I want to have a group of moms that will lift each other up, and on the hard days and the good days and the in-between, because motherhood is messy, but it's magical. It's holy. It's kingdom work. I just want to close up by reminding you that you do not need a new calendar to change your summer. You don't need to make a fun rotation of make something Mondays and take a trip Tuesdays and wet and wild Wednesdays. You don't need it to be Pinterest perfect. You just need a little bit more grace for yourself and for your kids, but for yourself. We mamas don't like to think about ourselves. I understand that. I struggle with that still. But for yourself, you need to give grace. You need joy for yourself. And you need to remember that you're already enough. You are perfectly made in His image, just the way you are. Psalm 46:10 tells us, "Be still and know that I am God." Every year I like to set a word for the year, an intention, if you will, and I've used lots of words. I've used compassion and contentment and obedience, intentional, all of those things. But this year I didn't set one word. I set a idea, and that was that I said, He is God and I am not. And I just repeated that to myself. I repeat it to myself all the time. When the chaos feels overwhelming or when things feel too hard, I just remind myself that He is God and I am not. He is in charge and I am not. And that is freeing when you think about it. So I want you to remember that you're not just a mama and that there's joy in all of the moments. That it's okay if it's messy, because it can be messy and it can be magical and it can be filled with memories. But mostly I want you to remember that you don't have to do this motherhood thing perfectly. You just have to be there with your whole heart. And think about when your kids grow up, when they look back and they can say, yeah, Mom was there. She was there for all of it. If you have any questions or if you want more information about how to get in contact with me or about the camp, I sent some stuff to Sarah Beth and she will know where you can find it. Thank you. Enjoy your last day, and I look forward to seeing you at field day.